Hello, third grade. Today we are going to start looking at maps, and we're going to continue looking at maps and how to read them in the next couple of weeks. Let's go ahead and begin. The first kind of map we are going to look at is called a political map. Now, this is an image of a political map, and you may have seen this if you're trying to look up different states. A political map shows borders. This political map shows the border of 48 of the states in the United States. Color your state red. Think about what state we live in. Color the states that border your state blue. So we live in the state of Indiana. So we can color in Indiana. And you'll color it in red. And the states that border us is Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, and Kentucky. Those you will color blue. Let's keep going. The second type of map we are going to look at is called a physical map. Now, we looked at these a little bit when we looked at landforms, but a physical map shows physical features and elevation of the land. The word elevation means height. So if you see something that is darker, then that tells us that it is higher or taller than the rest of the area. So the Rocky Mountains is darker because it is higher than the surrounding land. Same with the Appalachian Mountains. Elevation is when the land goes up higher in some areas. What physical features are located in our state? Do we have a high elevation? Do you see mountains around us? We have a low elevation. We do not have many tall hills around us, and we have land that is great for farming. Region map is our third type of map. This map shows the different regions of the United States. A region is an area with similar characteristics. There are 5 regions in the United States. Alaska and Hawaii are included in the West region. In which region do we live? Try to find Indiana in there. Yes, we live in the Midwest region. Midwest region. So here is Indiana, and this is the whole Midwest region. So if you think about what Indiana looks like with cornfields and the physical features of Indiana, most of the Midwest follows the same kind of landforms. Next, we have a world map. A globe is round like the Earth. Maps of the world show us a flat version of a globe. This is the part of the world that we normally see on a world map. Now you can label the continents with me and color in our continent. So there are 7 continents. We'll go through them quickly. We have the Antarctic. There is Africa. We have Asia. We have Australia. We have South America. North America. And finally, Europe. You can write those down in your workbook on ClassKick. Now we live in North America. North America is where Indiana is located. It's also where Canada's up here, United States, and Mexico are all in North America. Two more we're going to look at our population density map. Population density. Now, population, we have looked at this word before in our class, population. And the word population means the amount of people, Density means how close things are. So if population means people and density means how close they are, that means how close people are in an area where they live. Now this piece right here we call a key. This key tells us how many people live in each area. If you see a very dark blue, that means that a lot of people live there. If you see a light color, that means that not very many people live there. In the map below, the dark colors are mostly on the east side of the United States. Now let's look at Indiana, which is right here. We have a mixture of a pretty dense population. But if we look over here near Colorado, theirs is very sparse. There are not very many people, not as many people that live close together in those areas. And you can probably guess there are mountains right here, and that's probably why. And finally, we have a weather map. A weather map shows us areas of high and low pressure, temperature, and weather patterns. We know that weather moves from west to east, so we can see what might be coming our way in the future. That also is a reason that we have similar weather patterns in Indiana and where we live. So weather map shows us the high and low pressures and how that moves. Now you are going to take a quiz, and if you write it inside the green box and it turns green, that means that it is correct. If you type it into the green box and it is not show a green solid line, you need to make sure you click the arrow tool and try again. You have 6 different options and you can rewind to look at them again.